and gentlemen, it is the time, the moment you've all been waiting for. It is time for your grand finals. Only 2 teams have made it to this point thus far, and we're set up for one of the best finals we've seen in a while. Coming from the loser side of the bracket, you guys know him. It's
Hey, what's up, King Noob?
Now, coming from the winner's side of the bracket, undefeated so far at CWL Anaheim, your defending champions, running up, it's 100 Thieves!
Hey, what's up, Brady?
All right, folks, the stage is set. Anaheim, are you ready?
This is a Call of Duty World League.
Anaheim, are you ready? I know you guys ready at home.
I like watching competitive Call of Duty. I was sitting there and watch it, so I was like, fuck it, might as well stream it.
Here we go. It is time to kick things off. The War Machine shuts him down.
Yeah, I'm kind of burnt out on Fortnite right now.
Come out on top.
Probably gonna take a little break from Fortnite.
Havoc. Is this the makings of something special? Gen G. They line up. It is time. The CWL Anaheim Grand Final. Going for back-to-back. It is 100 Thieves, and on the other end, perhaps the unlikeliest of heroes, the run through the losers bracket. The questions have been there. Can Jin
Come back to BO4. I don't know what I want to play. I need to get a new cord so I can run my dual monitor setup and maybe stream some World of Warcraft, just some different games. Just take like a little mini break from Fortnite. Cause this has been aggravating me every time I get on it.
Can they beat the big guys, right? 100 Thieves, United, Optic Gaming always gave them troubles, but they finally do it. It's a game 5, but we've seen this matchup twice already this weekend, and it has been dominated by 100 Thieves, and we'll just have to see, can they make the adjustments? But on the other side of the stage, you have the best team in the world right now.
Well, yeah, it was, what, a 3-1 back in pool play, a 3-0 we saw recently in the winners bracket final, but those 3 maps were close. Like, Gen.G put them in themselves in position to win.
Gonna lose my. I'll still play Fortnite. I'm just not gonna play it like I've been playing it. I've been playing it pretty much every day.
Here in the grand final.
I don't think I saw enough.
Probably just played a couple times a week.
I saw enough in the losers bracket final, but that was a different team. That was Optic Gaming. But really,
Look
what
at
you
those
saw,
scores, man.
No, I won't, Justin.
Really stick on out. I think Nameless was really touching on it.
You won't get a strike for streaming it.
He has to have a big series here. When you talk about
I've done this before. A lot of people do this. A lot of people stream.
And I think it's very one-sided. But from what we saw in the losers bracket final, we know Mox can play with the best in the world.
What's been so crazy about 100 Thieves, all the talk about their run at London. They did it with like a 40% win rate in Search and Destroy. I was talking to JP and going through some of the stats. They have the best team stats in Search. When you talk about overall KD as a team, damage as a team, clutch factor as a team, they've been so good. All that time they put in, all that work with Crowder, all the practice against top amps, it is coming. action in a big way at this event. They seem to be the perfect team right now, but I do want to talk about our key player matchup leading into this map 1, into this grand final, because you have just got, God, it is stacked across the board for 100 Thieves, but you have the pieces in Gen.G to make a play. And Envoy, the latest addition to this squad, he has got to be magnificent. He's been great so far this weekend, but Kenny's been putting up what might be MVP numbers.
Yeah, I mean, Kenny's just been an absolute beast. Yeah, I mean, he's won an MVP last year. Can he do it again? He's my favorite going into this grand final for 100 Thieves. But yeah, Envoy, I mean, when you talk, how is Gen.G going to do this? I think everybody agrees it has to probably be a respawn and 2 search and destroys. But if they're going to steal a respawn, maybe multiple in the series, Envoy has to be that guy. And the Sog Duo really stepped up against Optic Gaming just a match ago.
And just kind of information for new viewers. I know you constant people are well aware of how this works, but
yeah, Octane's ready. He's a little relaxed.
Since 100 Thieves got here through the winners bracket, and Gen.G had to do it through losers.
What's up, Envy?
Gen.G would have to beat 100 Thieves in 2.
Yeah, you can stream like a major event like this without getting a copyright strike.
But can they muster up something? And Joe, you had a long and tenured career.
As long as you're not like streaming someone else's stream or something like that.
Sitting in your Gen.G coming off a crazy map 5 victory over Optic, you got to take that momentum and capitalize early.
Yeah, you absolutely do. I felt like
So who do y'all think's gonna win in this? If you, I don't know if any of y'all watch competitive Call of Duty.
Best of 5s, you know, grand finals. This year we've only had
like everyone but 2. It felt like last year.
This year it's only been, I don't think we've even seen a second set yet. So I mean, typically what we talk about is winning the first one quickly. You have the momentum. Can they do it though? Can they even get it to a second one?
It's low, turned up. All right. 100
100
Thieves, yeah, definitely say 100 Thieves on this.
Anaheim crowd, let's get it going. Map 1, grand final. Will we have a new champion? Or will 100 Thieves go back to back?
You don't watch it? Dude, 100 Thieves have been like killing it. They won the last event.
See, the 3 ICRs coming out for 100 Thieves, and it's Enable who actually runs
haven't
that
been beat
third
at
one.
this
Sometimes
event
it's
either.
Kenny, sometimes it's
lost
Enable.
once.
A good start for him, starting off with 3-0, and it's just Octane in the hill. This guy's always at the top with the amount of hill he earns at events. They just set up around him. It's exactly where you want him. He's just a turret.
Well, that's what's so different between them or someone like Optic. I think I was reading Optic, like leading in hill time. It was TJ that was doing it when you think it should be Crim 6. It was
didn't even
very
know they
odd.
had this?
You get the optimal setups that
Yeah,
you
this
want,
is like
but
all
seems
year
to be
long.
so more
They have like an
frequently,
event
so
like
much
pretty
more
much every month.
consistently. 400 Thieves. A good start for them as they're up 20. Slasher trying to fight.
I really wanted to go to the one in Dallas,
His team
but
worries about Garage. Not quite able to 180 and
I didn't have
snap
the
there
time or
onto
money for it.
Envoy. But we'll kind of keep our eyes on the minimap as this setup gets into Garage now. With Major Maniac's position, they get a close one to back Garage. There is a pinch opportunity for Kenny to make a play around the back, and he does just that. Enable holds it from inside the hard point. 3 down for Gen.G. So far, fantastic stuff from 100 Thieves with the first onslaught from Gen.G.
Yeah, they're undefeated on this map for a reason. You see where Gen.G spawning out just so far away. We always talk about their
about 2
combo
hours
kills
from
number
Dallas.
1 and 2. They're just so good at getting exactly what we want, but 3 go down. Envoy, he's gonna find 2 kills. Enable Octane trying to hang on. Now it's on Octane, finds the saw, but Havoc. The nice couple of kills. They'll find the last 20 seconds or so. But 100 Thieves, for the most part, controlling the early on strike of Gen.G.
You talked about Mox and the fact he has a big task. You're going up against like the best AR trio when you take a look at 100 Thieves, but who's going to make it easier for him? Who needs to step it up and have an MVP-like performance from Gen.G?
Major Maniac, right? I think he was really a superstar, what we thought could be a superstar this year, and he's having it. 7-3 start for him. But yeah, he has to be that help. I think Nagafin as well. We know at times he can step up, but really against big teams, he's known to struggle in respawns.
Can't do it here. Cannot do it against this lineup, especially with how these matchups have gone thus far this weekend. But perhaps the third series is the charm for Gen.G. Now set up inside offensive is Mox trying to hold the back block. He's able to do that successfully thus far, but the contest through 400 Thieves. 100 Thieves have 2 players spawning all the way out towards
You
Rock.
should go to the one next
Still
to Brady.
Deep spawn
I'll meet you
at
there.
back statue for Gen.G as they'll be able to reinforce this just a bit quicker. Priesta will get caught trying to make a play at top balcony. Octane, despite the fact that he's got top halls control, will get traded out. Now it's Nagafin. at 6 and 7, but 3 in a row. That's got a chance to get some streaks, but as soon as I bring it up, he gets cut down.
Yeah, but that was still a great hold for Gen G at fences. A lot of time, now they're only down 20 on the opposite side of the map towards Rock. You're going to have Envoy in the hill. You have Major Maniac set up towards Garage.
CWO Dallas.
Now 100 Thieves going to have another chance to break. They find a couple of kills, a boathouse side. They're pushing top hall. Kenny's going to get taken down, but his teammates are here.
No, I think Dallas
could be big for Slasher. He's going to find 2.
Kenny gets caught YYing. I think if you've had a stat for that, if someone gets caught the most doing it, it's probably him. Couple kills for Gen G. Still able to hold, looking for that lead change, down 10. Kenny trying to play it deep inside of water. It's Octane that's able to look over him, but he'll drop right after that. The AR.
This is actually staying closer than I thought. Because Gen G was getting smacked in fucking hard point versus Optic.
With 15 seconds remaining on the hard point. They got the lead. Now what can they turn it into, Joe?
Yeah, already a very early war machine for Envoy. If he's able to win that gunfight against Naval, started to work on some streaks, but this is where 100 Thieves thrives. Hills number 1 and 2, Octane clearing top hall, is able to find 2. A slow first rotation for him. But he's going to get right back on this hill, start earning that time. But Gen G did wonderful on hills 3 and 4.
And it's so important to have him in this type of hard point because it's hard to be involved in the action from that position, but with an ICR, he can rip people out of windows. He can make plays that are almost impossible with a Saga or a Maddox. As the time just continues to accrue for him, you see he's got 65 seconds from the objective already. Lead back to 100 Thieves as they try to push it back out. Grab slam available for Priesta. What is it about 100 Thieves do you think they find so much success between these first couple of hard points?
Well, I think they get the enemy team spawning where they want to, right? When you can get that, 4-5 down, you can set up. It's just so hard to gun them when they're in the positions they want to be. Now Slasher on a 6-free, finds full streaks as well. And well, that was just a perfect first hill for 100 Thieves. Priest is going to find one player going on that rotation. Major Maniac, he's going to get taken down. That's 7 in a row now. Guess for Gen G, the one good thing, you have rock control, but Slasher could use a streak. Instead, he's going to throw a cluster.
This tear continues, approaching double digits, but finally will drop. 30-point edge to 100 Thieves as they continue to retain control, but 2 are going to drop, and now the collapse in from Gen G, a big chance to break. 4 down for 100 Thieves, they get in, and it is a huge one. A chance for 100 Thieves to open up a significant lead, just chopped in half as Gen G finds success on that pinch in trap. Major Maniac still doing damage rock side, trying to push up at the rear side of Garage's 100 Thieves to see if they can get in, see if they can contest. They still have those streaks which will likely come into play towards the fence's hard point, perhaps in rotation, but it feels like every time 100 Thieves get a chance at a big lead, Gen G make the play.
I was just going to say, that was an opportunity for 100 Thieves to probably put the game away. This would have put them at about 170 to 80 instead. It's about a 50-point swing for Gen G, but you still have a couple of streaks to deal with. Havoc going to stay alive inside shed as they're going to start to rotate on over. This is where they were great though, right on that first rotation was this hill number 3. But a lot of the specialists starting to roll on in. Mox, Nagafin going to find some kills, and Naga's going to use that crash, but TAC 5 used on the other side as well.
Nagafin trying to inch forward for this one-on-one. Priest gets the better of him. 2 down for Gen G. They'll continue to spawn over by well side. Hellstorm going to come in. What does it get? The grab slam gets you 1. It's just a hit marker maybe because the TAC 5 on the players from Gen G, but enough damage seems to be done. 100 Thieves now into the hard point as Kenny's trying to stay up. The re-challenge is true. 3 in a row now for Kenny. Hard point control for 100 Thieves, and Kenny steamrolling through Gen G right now. 4 down yet again.
Yeah, but even after all that, only a 20-point lead right now. They use a grab slam. They use a war machine on Slasher. On the other side, Havoc still has his grab slam. Mox is getting close to vision pulse. You still have that lightning strike to deal with, but Kenny can work on some streaks as well, but Mox is going to see him.
And that's perfect for Gen G because you get the kill as soon as the lightning strike comes through, but at the same time, enable an Octane, able to combo onto 2 players. Octane finds another with the SOG. Slasher will get picked, but enough lives here from 100 Thieves to hold. Tempest ready as well on Octane. Lead once again about to hover around that 40-point margin as Enable deals with the pressure from mid-map, but now comes the Swarm. The Swarm is in, Nagafin connects, 2 drop to his Maddox. Havoc there as well. The Tempest, a big player, and then being able to get through, and you have Vision Pulse, you have Grab Slam, you have additional tools to use. It's another moment where maybe it gets a little bit scary with that lead, but Gen G muster up just enough to keep it close.
Oh, but Havoc, he's not going to connect with anything, and that's 4 dead. You would love to have that, because we're going to probably see another Garage. That would have only been for 10 seconds. Maybe a bit of a questionable Grab Slam right there. And now we're going back to 100 Thieves, bread and butter, hill number 1.
You got to survive these two. You got to survive these two and somehow extend this map if you're going to get it done if you're Gen G. So far, they have the setup they want. They have a presence at Rock, player mid soaking up the time, and top Hall's control. But now 100 Thieves start to apply the pressure. It's Enable with the 2-piece. Enable yet again, locking down top Halls with the song. Nobody in the hard point for now. That top Hall's control that Gen G enjoyed. A distant memory now as 100 Thieves get through. You have Mox all the way deep though towards that back courtyard in a position to make this transition not easy for 100 Thieves. Octane will have the Tempest out. He's got about half the tank left in this. We'll see if he's got maybe a highlight play in him, but does his job, tries to get right back into the hard point, soak up the time.
Yeah, Slasher's gonna find a couple of kills, but towards Garage, it's 100 Thieves, and I think Octane right there was just trying to use that Tempest, maybe put the game away. Mox is gonna use Vision Pulse, but it's gonna be countered by Enables right away. It's 100 Thieves, nobody in the hill quite yet. Nagafin made some pressure towards the front, but he's gonna get cleaned up, and I mean, you see on the mini-map, Gen G, they're just so spread out. Mox is able to win a gunfight, but you're so staggered. Can they hold on? Can they make another push?
You gotta survive this. You somehow have to survive this. They need 20, they've got 40 seconds to work with. Gen G need a massive and heroic break. They've come up huge 3 or 4 times to keep it tight. Do they have one more in them? 3 are going to drop. War Machine out for Slasher in the hard point. They can close it right here, right now. Desperation effort from Gen G to make the play. Havoc still inside. Havoc will drop. 3 seconds needed. 100 Thieves take map 1.
There's one map.
Cool, calm, and collected on the 100 Thieves side. Just played their game. I think Gen G has an opportunity, but once they get that opportunity, guess who has streaks? It's Slasher. He's able to just disrupt that momentum that Gen G gets.
And I was worried early because I thought the chance for Gen G to take advantage would be the first couple of minutes, right? Maybe you can get a big lead. 100 Thieves isn't hot. You're coming off that big win. You have the blood flowing. But it ends up being a 50-point advantage for 100 Thieves out the gate. And they just hang on to that march. Yeah, there was one lead change throughout, but they had that like 30 to 50-point lead pretty consistently throughout the game. But we'll take a look at the final 30 seconds is, of course, it ends in Garage where 100 Thieves has been so good all weekend long, and a big part of why they've been lights out on Hacienda.
I mean, Gen G towards the end just never got a good push. It was a couple of players that went down. Just time, it was just so staggered. You don't get Havoc, you don't get Envoy in. Major Maniac tried making a play towards those side steps, but guess who? It's Slasher with the War Machine, 27 and 18 at this point. And Pac-Man and I were talking about this. Slasher is a closer, right? And what we mean by that, when he gets put in those situations, he steps up. It is so hard to be the best at those times when you have to put a team away when you're in the grand final. And that's what we talked about. 1 and 2, that's where the advantage is.
Yeah, I mean, I think we kind of nailed it on the head. That is where the strengths are, and you can see the massive advantage there. 60 plus on Fountain, 30 plus on Garage. And that's the difference in the scoreline. They dominated it there. And then the other big thing, though, when you lose control, when you have that tail end of time at Garage, you need to dominate offenses if you're Gen G, and they only got like a 10-point spread. So it was a good job from 100 Thieves to get in to make sure they contested, have the streaks to use. Yeah, they had a lot more tools. They just made every hard point hold you had from Gen G seem so scrappy. You didn't get really those just long, extended, clean holds that you saw from 100 Thieves.
Well, I mean, the narrative coming into this for 100 Thieves, can they improve on Search and Destroy? And they have. Going up 2-0 in the series for them, you feel like it's just gone. The series is over, right? It's so tough to beat them in both 3 and 4 to force a game 5. So for Gen G, I think for a lot of people, this has to be that map. Tie the series up. I believe we're going to see frequency control where, you know, they had a very close game with them early in the winners final. We saw what the Saw duo can do on that map against Optic Gaming, but you just want to get there tied 1-1.
when you've been watching 100 Thieves in Search, and you and I have casted them a lot for the tail end of the Pro League. They're Search and Destroy. They've talked so much about all the time they have put in. And look at that, they lead every S&D stat as a team. KD, damage, score, round win percentage, first blood percentage. That is absurd. Who do you give credit for the turnaround? It's only been a couple of months, that's massive.
I mean, it's since London, it's been, yeah, like not
A
long
month?
at all.
Yeah.
I mean, who do I give the turnaround? I guess to everybody. I mean, everyone's stepping up when you lead in every single category. But I have to give some love to Coach Crowder, because I just feel like that he's built a system for this team, and the team has bought into it. We just, I don't know, man, they've got it figured out on all facets.
Does it make you tired of hearing all those teams, we don't scrim S&D, we don't scrim S&D, you don't get the right practice out of it? They did. They did, and they improved. But now on the other end, can Jinji get back into this? It's Octane's PLV, Paladin in hand. This is his map of choice with that weapon. So deadly. Can't hit the flick. Nagafin gonna make him pay. First blood to Jinji. But Priesta lurking inside events. Trying to sneak out, find an opening, gets a kill, but right after his teammate drops in his position. Now giving up. Mox, the laser beam to the back steps to cut Slasher out of this one as well. And it's a major deficit for 100 Thieves. 2v4. 1v4, all on Kenny with 30 seconds remaining. It's Major Maniac, the S&D star on this lineup that comes up big with the final two. And Jinji, they get a big round on the board.
Yeah, and I think one of the things for 100 Thieves, the matches we casted, we haven't seen too much Arsenal this weekend. We were talking about it a lot with Optic and Frequency, Search and Destroy and Arsenal, where you have so many repetitions, you can fix your tiny mistakes. So, you know, maybe 100 Thieves, they're just not fresh on this map. So maybe Gen G switching up that strategy from the winners final, trying to catch them off guard.
Major Maniac on your screen. He has had some just delightful moments, some clutches in Search that have been insane this weekend. They need him. They need him badly, and a good start from him to start out 2-0. What can Nagafin find with the sniper? Almost able to hit it through the bush, but can't quite connect with Octane in the back. 100 Thieves have bunched up on the site. They've gotten control. In comes Envoy for a moment. Elise goes 1 for 1, but the plant will still go through.
Watch number 2, Havoc. I don't know if they're going to expect another player this quickly through vents. Mox is able to find one with that ICR. You still have players around this pillar. It's exactly where Havoc wants them.
There's a flank coming in. That's going to be Slasher. It's going to have a big one-on-one to open up lobby. It's him versus Mox. Can he take this fight? He at least slows him down, make sure Mox has to worry about hitting the tension. Now he's going to be able to win the one-on-one. 2v1, Nagafin, 20 seconds left to go. One versus one, Slasher closes it out. A brilliant play for him on the late flank, wins the fight in lobby, takes the one-on-one, goes huge for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, I mean, he has a great play, but I think that really the story is Priesta. You're going to see it. He finds 2 kills in the 2 versus 3 at the front of the bomb site. A great job by him to just buy Slasher time to finish that round. If Priesta doesn't get those kills, Slasher's just left in lobby. They get on that defuse.
Well, yeah, him staying alive made it a 1v1, right? Otherwise, he's in a much more difficult position.
Just one of those situations where if you're Gen G, you have numbers, you have to be able to close those rounds out.
Gen G have to track back for bomb. Octane, a shot right by his shoulder, but still up. Looks like Gen G gonna favor the B-bomb site this time. The player playing deep is gonna be Kenny. And number 9, Envoy, with another first blood. He's able to pick him up in back-to-back rounds this time. Able to stay up. Kenny, good job just getting away with his life, getting the information, calling in the rotation. Now, the one player lingering on the other side for Gen G, that number 5 is Nagafin. He'll likely have a chance to make a play if he's even needed.
Couple of players on the bomb still. Havoc, Mox, they use that teamwork now. A 1 versus 5. Enable all alone. He's really stepped it up in S&D this weekend. Yeah, he's just going to have to run off the map. Doesn't want to give any points up, but I think Envoy's actually going to cut this off.
Fantastic read from Envoy.
Well, 100 Thieves, they played a lot around middle of the map in that round. But because Envoy's position in vent, they were worried about him. They didn't want him to peek out. I think it was Slasher and Enable who were just waiting for him to pop out. He plays his life on the other side of the map. It's Gen G who's able to get this bomb down. Nice teamwork from Mox and Havoc. They use the SOG, they use the ICR. Able to clean it up, but it starts with the first blood.
It's been so fun to watch this Gen G team progress over the course of the year. It's like they're doing it in steps, just getting further and further at these major tournaments. This time, they come in as the underdogs. Next time, who the hell knows, as this has got to be a massive moment for these guys' careers, as everybody looking for that first tournament win.
Well, I think even just based off their last 2 weeks of Pro League, it's where we really thought they were struggling. They were going to fall off, but they head to that boot camp. They continue to get better. They're able to end up in a grand final. I think it's already a massive achievement, but we'll see what they can do. Still a lot of game left. 100 Thieves working towards this B bomb site. Watch number 5, that's Envoy working the flank. First blood once again to Gen G.
That's 3 in a row. They dominate the early going. No trade in for 100 Thieves. As they're trying to push this site, it looks like they might have to think about wrapping this back. Nagafin, or sorry, it's gonna be Envoy, that's the lurker.
His play right now, just don't get taken down. If you're gonna at least try to find one kill, not able to do so. Yeah, just look how close together 100 Thieves is. This is what we're talking about when we talk about grouping up. It's basically the flying V from 100 Thieves. Now they're gonna go towards this B site. Well, Havoc gonna have to try to stay alive. Mox rotating on back. They've read this correctly, but is it too late? Here comes the push, and Priesta somehow finds 2.
You catch them in transition. Mox can't get in that power position with the ICR. Priesta makes them pay. Bomb now planted. Priesta in the forward position, trying to hold the edge. Now Slasher able to rotate over and lock down Major Maniac at the back with an ICR. Surely, this round 100 Thieves. Jesus. No opening available. Slasher beams them both.
And we've seen rounds like this time and time again, where that player who's sort of alone on an island, he has to find a kill. And when he's not, typically that team who evens up the round is able to win it. That's 2 rounds now where you have a man advantage for Gen G, just not able to close it out.
And when you saw his position, we hopped over to Envoy. I was like, oh, he's got a guaranteed kill here.
Yeah.
I thought 1 or 2 were to come. I didn't think 3 were going to soar over the top. It's a miracle there's not a team kill there for 100 Thieves, considering the damage that he gets in. But clean shots across the board. They're able to shut him down with no trade in sight. Brings us to 2-2. 5-man stack towards A for Gen G. Priesta playing inside a vent, but no vision on. Looks like 100 Thieves are replaying the retake as bomb getting planted, and the plan is through. Now what can they do in the 5-on-5?
Kenny with the ICR, not the weapon you want in this position. Havoc toying with him, but here comes the push and able to find 1, but it's Havoc there for the trades. It's trades all over the map. Now a 2 versus 2. Nagafin, Envoy versus Octane and Kenny. The ICR able to push. Get that kill.
That team shot, but another 1 versus 1 with 20 seconds to go. Envoy versus Octane. Envoy just widely backing it up, milking the clock. Octane, wow, he hits him down to 40, but now not enough time for the kill, not enough time to track back, and Envoy ends it. A fantastic clutch and a heads-up play to get out of dodge.
Great job for Gen G, really Envoy and Nagafin towards the end of that round. Got a little bit scary.
I thought Octane was going to rip him there through the door.
Well, I mean,
I thought he had him.
This kill, that last kill goes down with 18 seconds, so Envoy backs on up. He starts to peak again around 12, so there was that time where I have to check the bomb, and Octane has an ICR, a very smart individual player. But Envoy able to stay alive, give his team now a 1-round advantage in map number 2.
And as much as 100 Thieves have been working to improve that search, I mean, it's been a process for Gen G as well. When Envoy first joined, they saw the massive improvements in game modes like Hardpoint, saw a bit of a dip in search. Envoy, though, starting to make a play within this game, but it's Priesta now with the first blood. Advantage to 100 Thieves.
And before last round, I mean, Octane, that was his first 2 kills. Kenny's still 0-5. It's Priesta and Slasher really carrying the weight, and I think it was Priesta in the winner's bracket final who just went off time and time again. Maybe he's just so comfortable playing this Gen G team. Now back into this round 2 versus 3. They've
been able to trade effectively. They keep the advantage. Nagavin's gonna have to hit some sort of circus shot, but he's not able to do it. Envoy gets 1, but dropped instantly. Round 100 Thieves. And so far, yeah, we've seen a couple of plants down where they've just been able to play their numbers for either end of this. Priest has been huge so far. If it's not for a couple plays from him, it might be a massive edge for Gen G. What a big addition he has been to this team. All the talk about Crowder and what he's done to help them improve, but their numbers with Priest, man, just terrific.
See now, what do Gen G do? It looks like it's going to put a lot of pressure towards middle. Enable, the only man here. He's going to back on up, and with that position, Priest is going to push up. Get a lot of information. See what he's able to do, but Envoy continues to win his one-on-ones. Another first blood for him. Can they close out the round with it?
He's got, what, 3 or 4 in this game. They're going to wrap it back towards A. They've got the numbers for the push. They'll have a 4-on-3 towards the site. Trophy out for cover. A nice win from Kenny. A nice win from Kenny. Kenny somehow gets 2. He'll end up dropping, but the damage has been done. Now Slasher on the rotation from Lobby. And Major Maniac with his tail between his legs has to get out. He's had a couple clutches, man. He had a 1v4, I think a 1v3 this weekend.
Just doesn't have the time. And there's one team who hasn't been making many mistakes. It is 100 Thieves. Enable's going to gun him with that SOG.
And that's a 4v5.
That's 3 rounds now, right? That you could just point at for Gen G, where you have the man advantage. And this was the story for 100 Thieves, where they were doing the hard part, as what they were calling it, finding the first bloods. It's the second and third steps after that, just not able to close on out. But Kenny and Enable, great teamwork from those two.
And now Kenny gets going. I mean, he had the, what did you say, it was 0-5? He's been putting on an MVP type performance this weekend. I think you could say that for basically everyone on the 100 Thieves roster. But to be in that conversation, you got to get the tournament win. 2 more maps for back-to-back. It's been very A-heavy so far. 100 Thieves now want to try their luck at B. There is a 2-man hold here from Mox and Nagathan. Kenny ripped, but still up. We'll see if Nagathan can connect.
And Envoy's working middle of the map. Kenny, though, with the nade, able to connect.
Another first blood. Kenny, fantastic frag through. They get the kill. Now, how do they want to play behind this? 45 seconds to work with. Still looks like they're going to try and
looks like Gen G's a little worried about them rotating back to A. You still have 2 players over there. Can Naga connect? I haven't seen too many snipes throughout this map trying to find the angle.
He's going to have to hit a shot. He's going to have to hit a shot. Hopefully not onto his teammate.
They're not giving him one. Look, they're all lining up by the bomb, and Slasher's going to gun him. 3 versus 5 now. You have this stack from 100 Thieves. Cluster over as well, just going to waste time. And once again, a sniper peeks it, gets gunned. 5 versus 2 now.
And that is just, you feel like a brilliant display of patience from 100 Thieves, just working them, bleeding them out. It's 4 in a row for Octane, who I think was getting close to picking up some streaks. Havoc, last man, Havoc is gunned, and now I think Enable's close to streaks. Octane might be close to streaks. Getting scary for Gen G in map 2.
And this is some of the best search and destroy we've seen out of Enable.
I mean, he was a laughing stock last year. I mean, we would joke around. Every time he was last alive, we would like giggle.
Well, what's crazy, right? You always talk about, well, it's so difficult to practice search and destroy. When you make that transition from a different game into Call of Duty, Enable probably doesn't put a lot of time into that. It's something brand new for him. Yes, it's been years, but this might be one of the first teams that actually does put in that extra practice, and it's paying off for him.
So as Octane falls, he's no longer in that streak comp, but Enable, he's got a chance. It's the first time we've seen this A aggression from 100 Thieves. Can they catch him off guard? They've got numbers, but that number 3 sitting in the back is Mox. That's going to have to hit some shots to help his teammates out.
Here comes the pinch, though. They're just waiting for Major Maniac and Envoy. They go right through middle of the map. Octane trying to stay alive, able to win 1. How does he do it? And the rest of the team goes down. It's all on Envoy. He has 12 kills this map, but no help.
Jesus.
Another round for 100 Thieves. A lightning strike for Enable. Unbelievable stuff, and got Octane, man, just again and again. You think he's caught off guard. You think he's isolated at close range with an ICR, and somehow, some way, he comes out on top.
And you can just tell these guys aren't even stressed yet. Gen G not even making them sweat.
This has been so impressive all weekend long from 100 Thieves. Clearly, right now, the top team in the game. Gingy, well now, God, he already had to win 2 best-of-5s, but now you go in a 2-0 hole. You're gonna have to pull off a reverse sweep just to get to another best-of-5. 100 Thieves on the brink of another championship. We are back. It's 100 Thieves in control. And Joe, we are on the brink of seeing maybe one of the single most impressive tournament runs in the history of Call of Duty. Right now, 100 Thieves have dropped 3 total maps, 1 hardpoint, 1 search, 1 control. I can't even think of something comparable outside of, I think it was last year, that Rise Nation team. Don't quote me, I think it might have been Atlanta, but they dropped 4, I believe, if I remember correctly. Like, it's like, have you seen anything like this? This is nuts, and poor Gen G is going up against what just seems to be a god squad right now. But let's talk about the control for them and how they're gonna have a chance to bring this back.
Yeah, #1 control round win ratio so far at Citadel Anaheim, and we're going to a frequency. This was in the winner's bracket final. It goes all the way to a round 5, but they've had a lot of repetitions on this map. We'll see if Gen G, I mean, at this point, you just got to give it your all, right? It just feels like there's no pressure on you at all. Just play your game.
Well, the map counts, what, 8-1 between these two teams?
At this point, you just have to try to put some pressure on 100 Thieves. It just feels right now they're just way too comfortable.
Yeah, I think you nailed it when you said it doesn't even seem like they're sweating. Like, they're you look at them like they're calm, sitting back, laughing, smiling, like, you need to put some pressure on them. And 100 Thieves may be one of the better teams to perform with pressure, but still, like, you need to scare them a bit. You need to put some sort of fear in them, and it's not there right now. Like, they're just having their way with them.
Yeah, in terms of your question, I mean, maybe the Complexity Dynasty back in the day. I'm sure
what was that G3 run you had?
Maybe a couple, I don't remember, like 4 maps we dropped, but...
Did you drop 1, just like a search string?
Maybe, I don't know.
There's been some wild runs, but this is, I mean, that didn't have bracket, or that didn't have pool play, though. So map 3, we'll see if 100 Thieves can close it out for back-to-back. Gen G fighting for their tournament lives in their first grand final.
Well, the Death Touch on it, what they were so good at was getting this B point early on, right off the break, behind the solid duo. Envoy is gonna get taken down, but you have 2 ticks in. Mox with that ICR. He's gonna find 1, but Slasher with 2 of his own. So you have a bit of a split push right now. There's Major Maniacs on A, but that's all gonna be dead. Now Gen G gonna have to fight out of their base.
Trying to looking for an opening, but it just doesn't seem to be there. The 2 kills might be enough to at least make sure no pressure from 100 Thieves towards their spawn side of the map.
That's gonna be B point.
It goes so quick, it's done. Now, where do they opt to wrap? You've got 3 players mid-map from 100 Thieves, getting information on where this push is gonna come from. 3 are gonna be wrapping back towards their side. Enable and Priest are gonna be there ready to deal with this. Rotating over is Kenny as well. Priest is just ready and waiting, hard aiming that back elbow. Enable can't win his one-on-one top. Priest tries to get him for the trade, but can't quite do it. Lives basically square right now, and the difference between a map like Frequency versus any other, it really just takes 1 to 4 or 5 down to make the play. Priest tries to get flashy with it, but Major Maniac picks him out of the sky. 3 down for 100 Thieves. They got to get through. Kenny still around the point, and those 2 kills likely enough to bring the reinforcements back in.
Yeah, I love what Gen G do, though, on this map.
I think my electricity's about to go out. 100 Thieves. Dude, I think my internet might be cutting out. Yep. This damn fucking weather.
Work off of.
Yeah, I think 100 Thieves are probably about 3-0.
They still need 2 more rounds, 6 more maps. It just seems insane what they have to do. If somehow they pull it off, it'd be one of the most ridiculous things I've seen in my entire casting career with how well 100 Thieves have been playing. Envoy turned up massively in the search and destroy, but it wasn't enough to get the victory.
Well, I mean, he's answered the call, right? I mean, he stepped up. You just need other players to. When you talk about how complete of a team 100 Thieves is, no one can struggle. 100 Thieves in the out towards B. 3 players on it. 2 players watching top middle. Havoc, Nagafin working the base of 100 Thieves. We'll see what they're able to find. Envoy 25 points off with streaks. Just trying to get a bolt into someone. Able to stay up. And there we go.
Got 1 bullet in. That's all you need. With the way Black Ops 4 works, so easy to get streaks, and he takes advantage. Finds another kill behind it.
He can use
to
these
get fully
if you want.
streaked out. Yeah, on defense, they are so deadly. Right into the top window he goes. When did the streaks come into play? He's gonna wrap back and try to assist. towards this A side of the map, just making sure they can test the Sog duo, doing everything in and around the point. 100 Thieves back to spawn. Only thing that can slow down Envoy seems to be Nagavin's Maddox.
Naga throwing a nade out. Stun in though from 100 Thieves. A 5 life advantage right now.
And maybe more streaks. Maybe more streaks, not quite able to do it. I think Mox gets him so weak but can't finish it. And the early War Machine gonna come into play now for Envoy. 2 kills through it.
Damn, they're playing them pretty good on control.
As Havoc will still be inside.
Then again, the other 2 games were pretty close too.
Kenny working the flank, able to get towards that orange balcony. And what was a 5 kill advantage, well, now it's just down to 4 as they're able to find a couple of kills. Still though, they have to capture his zone, extend that time. Envoy just has done such a great job. 12 and 4, can't find a second.
Yeah, I think it's a dead slide there as he tries to get in maybe for the shot melee. It'll cost him. But his teammates stepping it up for him. Major Maniac caught between 2. Somehow stays up till Envoy comes in to help. 5 life advantage now and a chance to go up 2-0 in this game 3.
And if they go towards that B zone, that's when Envoy can use those streaks. That's when he can just secure this round. He's waiting for that. That's why they've put so much emphasis towards A. Mox with some nice shots onto Enable. Envoy gonna use the lightning. Able to connect with 1, 10 versus 5 now. Gen G close to being up 2-0 in map number 3.
14 and 6 for Envoy. Just fantastic stuff. The final push from 100 Thieves. Unable gets picked. Envoy, of course, with the kill. He gets meleeed though and can't snap in time. But as Octane gets off the map, it's 2 in a row for Gen G and 1 round away from making this series a whole hell of a lot more interesting.
Really where they've been so good has been on offense, so you go back to where you're comfortable. We'll see what 100 Thieves does.
And
maybe trying to stack B, not let them get it.
If they can get this win, they get to their hard point.
They get to frequency. Again, just 1 map at a time, 1 round at a time for Gen G. It's going to be a long fight.
Okay, so listen, I'm 1 off grab. He is also. Yo, I have a stun. I'm gonna stun A, alright? Alright. Yeah, stun A. I'm gonna grapple, try to kill their grapple.
Can they close it out here? The specialist now starting to load up. Priesta very close to the grab slam. Nagathan inching towards that tac 5. Havoc goes soaring in, but there's a stun to meet him. Unable will get the better of him from that spot, and it's Priesta able to get away with his life. A team kill for Envoy. Will that be the difference? It appears that it should be, as Enable gets 2 before he drops. Picking up the pieces will be Priesta. Octane starting to move up mid-map into the window. Will switch right over to his side, and that's a big close-range one-on-one yet again with the ICR. But the next push from Gen G over towards B. Crossing over to mid-map will be all of 100 Thieves. 3 players there. Nate kills for either end of it. Priesta a chance to work the flank as well. Those 2 remaining players from Gen G seem to be trapped, and Priesta's going at him in spawn, making it so those spawners can't get back to the action. So 1 bit of progress in, but that's going to be it for now, Joe.
Yeah, Priesta, I mean, he was going to go on that flank, but as soon as a couple of kills go down on the zone, he just turns towards this spawn and able to find 2 and stays alive. They're up 7 kills in this round. And that strong start that we saw from Gen G right off the break doesn't happen. It's Priesta finds 2 more, now on 3 in a row. They're just trapped in their base.
And this is what's so scary about frequency, and the reason we don't see it a ton in the Pro League. You could just get into such frustrating positions where you're taking gunfights what appears to be 5 to 10 feet off of your spawn, but now with those 2 kills, they're able to get out. Envoy's gonna push across and let his teammates get set up inside of the point. Priesta though, once again, just picking people up off spawn. That's Major Maniac popping again. He's looking for an opening. Priesta's gonna keep him back on spawn so he can't get into the mix. That's a nice win from Major Maniac, but the rest of his teammates drop towards the objective and they've only got 6 lives left.
Yeah, we've seen Gen G actually just jump off the map towards the end of these rounds where they don't think they can win. They're not gonna do it this time, Slash are able to find a couple.
And he's already got his War Machine, so not going to be big in the scheme of points for him.
14-4 now, some progress made today, but I think we both know this is going to our round number 4. Slasher working all the way around. Only 3 players remain. Here comes the push from 100 Thieves.
I was going to say the one thing that's good for Gen G, you get smoked in this round, but you don't give up any streaks. But we saw Enable, he was very, very close.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was wondering when they were just going to jump on off. But Priest actually does get a tag, so finds 1 kill. So now 100 Thieves find some momentum. You still have a streak on Envoy. There was Enable a couple of times who finds a couple of big streaks. Priesta, Slasher, everybody contributing in round 3.
Yeah, we'll check Enable when we get back into the next round. I think he was around 100 points off of a lightning strike.
Hey, what's up, Timeless?
But Lord God, do they seem calm and dialed in. So yeah, he's 175 off, so still work to do. You mentioned the streak on Envoy. They're going to call in the TAC 5 for this opening push on the defensive end. Can Priesta maybe set up a big slam? Noggin falls off the map. Slasher's going to get a hit with the War Machine as well. It's going to be 2 down nearly instantly. The War Machine can't quite clean it up as they try to get towards bottom ladder. What an answer from Gen G. Mox and Havoc go big to get 3 and retain control, because with the 2 kills coming in, the 1 fall off the map, I thought that was going to be at least a point or a bit of progress for 100 Thieves, but Gen G, nice job fighting back.
Yeah, now can 100 Thieves get out of their base. Priesta putting some shots in. Envoy hasn't slowed down. He's 20 and 14. Mox as well really stepped it up with that ICR. Priesta gets the attack 5, gonna fly across. So creative with that grapple. It's a bit of a pinch towards this A site. Havoc tries it in. I think he was thinking about the grab slam, but that should be A for 100 Thieves.
And they'll have, what, just under 2 minutes to work with for the next point. Priesta is pushed up all the way into their lobby.
Mox uses Vision Pulse.
He wants to maybe set up this grab slam. Can he get into a position to make a big play? It's Kenny that gets 2 headshots. Havoc, maybe his turn for the grab slam. Tries to go up, gonna get caught. Kenny now with 3 in a row. Big kills around the site, and 100 Thieves is in.
Just gotta call this streak in. That's gonna keep them off the point, allow them to regain control. But that was a push behind the Vision Pulse and not able to find anything. Priest is still alive, not able to find the second. They put 4 kill advantage right now for 100 Thieves. Octane with that Tempest.
I keep thinking maybe it's time for the grab slam, but can they hold on to the life advantage? They're trading efficiently so far. Up 5. Trying to push this to around 5 and maybe close this out in 3-0 fashion. The cluster not going to do anything as they've got the trophy set up towards back elbow. Slasher now gets both streaks. Can they go for the jugular here within this round? Nice job getting back in. Almost 4 going to drop for 100 Thieves. Priesta with 17 HP able to dip back to bottom ladder and get away with his life towards mid-map.
Now it's Slasher with those streaks. I mean, you have the 4 life advantage. Maybe you set it on up. You get everybody to stay alive. Priesta, I think they lost track of him. He's going to find another kill.
He must have taken what seems to be 500-600 damage in this life and just stays up. Finally, it's a concussion that gets it done. But the streaks on Slasher, is that the opening they need? They got 2 to deal with bottom ladder, 1 top middle as well. They have no top middle progress. This will be difficult for them to get in. The War Machine from Envoy enough to get it done. Enable will fall. 9-8, advantage 100 Thieves. Gen G starting to fall apart, but still a 3-man stack and still that mid-map control.
I mean, you have Vision
Here we
Pulse.
go.
You have the slam as well, plus the streaks. 100 Thieves should be able to send this to a game 5. Or round 5. Priesta flies on in, but he gets cut down. Envoy finds 1 near the opposite side of the map. Enable trying to work bottom ladders. It's taken down while the lightning strike's called in. Can Gen G survive this strike? I mean, it's desperation time. They have to use everything. Slasher trying to find anything with the Hellstorm. Maybe can get 1. Mox though kills Priesta.
What a big clutch this could be from Gen G. Can they get it done? Can they hold on? 4v3. They've got the numbers. 10 seconds remaining. 2 players left for 100 Thieves. This could send us to a map 4. They've got to go. Clock dwindling. 2 seconds. The contest in. Priest able to beam 1, but will get dropped. Mox closes it out, and Gen G survive to get to their hard point pick.
And I think that was one of those rounds where 100 Thieves was trying to take too much into round number 5. They had Vision Pulse, you had Slam, Octane with the Tempest, plus the 2 streaks where it gets to a point where Gen G holds on And then it's desperation time. You don't want to use the streaks when you don't have the setup that you want. You don't have the position.
I thought they were going to call him in earlier when they had a bit of position
Right, exactly.
off of the objective. But yeah, I think you're absolutely correct. They were just trying to get them into round 5. They thought they could do it. What was the life advantage, round 4 or 5?
Yep.
I thought they think they could get it done behind that, but just couldn't do it. But I do want to take a look at the tail end of this round as Gen G with the massive and heroic hold to extend this series. Hand 100 Thieves, their 4th map loss of the weekend. And maybe enough of a sign of life to chain this together, push it to a map 5, and you've said multiple times, map by map, inch by inch.
I mean, you see, Enable with Vision Pulse, we had on board with Octane, he had the Tempest. There was just a lot of tools, I think, that could have got you to a round 5 without having to use the streaks. Maybe you use the Vision Pulse with the Slam, right? It makes it a little bit easier for Priest.
Yeah, they should have had that, but
they just overthought it a bit.
All right, they're still up 2-1 though.
You see Crowder and Nubsy up there as they speak through things and try to think about this map forward.
100 Thieves gonna end up winning.
There's only been
Because
one hard point loss for
Gen G has to
all
beat them in the
weekend
best
long.
of 5 2 different times.
And if you've
to
been having
win.
fun
100
at
Thieves
home
only has to
watching
beat them once.
Anaheim, our next major event is going to be the playoffs. That's going to take place at Miami Beach. If you haven't got your tickets yet, now a great time to do so. That is the culmination of basically our entire Pro League, which is going on for about 4 months. And the difference between maybe last year and this year, we have kind of like a wild card, like a play-in bracket to get into the playoffs, so nobody quite out of it. So if you're a Luminosity fan, an NB fan, a fan of one of those teams, maybe on the outside looking in from the top 4 spots within each division, you still have a chance for a Cinderella run.
Yeah, I think on top of that, if you're an amateur team, that's how you get to COD Champs, right? You want to place top 16 there, go to Champs. Well, we saw Champs was just announced coming back to LA, but Miami should be a ton of fun.
Well, I'm excited because there's a couple we've obviously had, the Pro League all year. There's not the relegation, so we've had the teams locked in, and it's been exciting to see Mind Freak come into these, amateur tournaments. They win 2 best-of-5s to take back-to-back now. And the biggest question mark for me is like, how are they going to do? They've been king of the AMs, so they have a chance to make some noise at Champs, and I think maybe they do, but still got to get through Miami.
After this, a couple more weeks of Pro League.
Yeah, we just have crossplay.
Some cross-divisional
Yeah,
play.
we have crossplay, Miami Champs, that is it. We're getting towards the tail end of the year as all the big tournaments right in front of us. Can they do it, Joe?
Yeah, 100
Can
Thieves.
Gen G do it? Can they get us to a 5th map?
That's only their 4th map they've
The crowd,
lost
you think so? Can Gen G make a run?
In 3 days.
So there's some of them that do. I mean, it's hard to believe right now with how good 100 Thieves have been. I get it.
100 Thieves has a really nasty team right now.
I love you too.
And they won the last event. 100 Thieves they're probably the best Call of Duty team out right now.
Remember, this is Gen G's pick. A run it up chancer here, but they need one more map for the back-to-back. Havoc goes storming in. Chaos at Elevator. Major Maniac, the next man up, able to connect on the shots and slide away. Moxton looking over and picks up 3. Brilliant display of gunplay from Mox in the opening moments. That gets Gen G off on the right foot.
Yeah, and he really had a spectacular game 3 with the ICR. Him and Envoy continue to slay.
Yeah, they got some of the best
this
players.
Is exactly what they want. They flip the spawns as well.
From last year, I used to watch a lot.
Nogafin just trying to stay alive. Has
and
everybody watching over 20 seconds left.
Priesta was on phase.
Still able to retain control. One more push from 100 Thieves.
Enable.
Gotta be careful.
Kenny.
Feeding Envoy a little bit too many
literally
bullets.
every single person they have are like people that have been around for a while.
See if that finds him another kill. It does. So now 250 off. Can he get some streaks early on?
He has been the MVP, the superstar for Gen G on this championship Sunday. Gen G, what a fantastic hold to kick it off. 35 points. They've got the rotation to orange as well. You still have pressure towards Elevator. So spawning out deep, these 100 Thieves, you see at number 5, number 2 pop over towards Pipes as they have to relay across. No pressure towards Pipes. They're all trying to do it all through the front lobby. Just hold from the front. Keep Gen G spawning at the back. Contest as best you can and get whatever time you can. Nogafin with a fancy double.
Now he has a chance to earn some streaks. Just can stay alive inside the hill, 50 points away. perfect start for Gen G. Now with 20 seconds left, going to start to working the middle of the map. They're going to leave Nagafin behind. He should be able to at least get a lightning with the 15 points he's going to earn from every 5 seconds inside the hill. So there it is, now 95 away from the Hellstorm. A 50-point lead for Gen G early on.
Can they do what 100 Thieves did? 100 Thieves got out that 50-point lead and did great at just kind of holding that bit of a cushion throughout all of map 1. Now Hellstorm in for Nagafin. It's 6 in a row for him, up to 8 and 1 damage down on the opposition as well as he keeps it going. What a stretch from Nagafin. As he's loaded up, they get the key kills to get into balcony and make sure they can contest this time. Havoc, a lovely double, making a triple with the Sog, and in comes Nagafin now as the streak is ended, but a 9-2 start, massive lead for Gen G. You're seeing why this was their hardpoint choice.
And a lot of slow starts for the players on 100 Thieves. Can he be able to fly in? They're still contesting with 15 seconds left. You see Nagafin already start to head towards pipes. So they're gonna get the scrap time. They're still gonna be down about 50. So Major Maniac still here putting some pressure on. Parisa though, able to come through. Bottom middle finds those kills on rotation. So you get inside, but this is where Nagafin streaks. They can really take on over. You have Slasher working top mid. See if he's able to find one. I think that's Havoc right to his left.
Oh, this is brilliant. You call it in. You also get 3 kills from your teammates at the same time. 4 down for 100 Thieves. And Gen G, once again, a chance to really push out this lead. Getting close to that 100-point mark. Nice positioning from Havoc. Can't quite slide away, but staggers 100 Thieves again. Just splits up that push. So crucial in a mode like Hardpoint. Nagafin has been big time and time and time again. He'll fall, but a 12-4 triple positive beginning for him. You were worried about Nagafin maybe a little bit in the last series. He got 180'd a couple times, shot seemed a little bit shaky, but on point now when it matters most. 100 Thieves for the scrap time, but the early setup over towards elevator, you can see Gen G locked and loaded. And this is where Envoy really had a field day the first time through.
Yeah, but 3 do go down. So 2 players just trying to stay alive. It's all on Envoy now, and well, that's a clean break from 100 Thieves. I was gonna say, really, the story of this map so far has been the fact that Gen G has had control of the hills early on. Octane gonna snap on the one, but Havoc comes on through, says hello with his grab slam. Now it's Priest's turn, maybe. Just uses the Sog.
It's a big kill though, because you take out that Tempest. It's gonna make them call in the War Machine as well. What can Slasher do with it? Really just one direct contact.
Yeah,
and now you
they're
use
actually
Tempest,
playing really
you
good.
use War Machine, and Gen G get in with
All
30
the games so
seconds
far have been
remaining.
really
Yes,
close.
if you're 100 Thieves, you got some streaks on
think it was gonna
Octane.
be this
You
close.
have the setup for next, but you still feel good about the second half of this. But
Damn,
Priesta wants none of it. The big grab slam in. The combo through, 3 will drop. As 100 Thieves now regain control and still focus on that right side of the map. Slasher already playing deep for the pipes rotation. Let's swap right over to him.
And this has been the scary part because Gen G has put so many resources towards that first hill. Octane quietly earned some streaks. Slasher controlling the back, and this could be a couple of hills in a row, very similar to Hacienda. They control 1 and 2, but Nagafin gonna use the Hellstorm. Maybe finds 1 kill towards the back, will at least allow his teammates to push on up. Kenny just spawned up, and Havoc's gonna find him behind the Hellstorm. They should be able to break on through. It's just Priest alive.
And look at where you're spawning if you're 100 Thieves. Take a look at the mini-map all the way out towards pipes. What a break behind the streak for Gen G. And it was a big one. Right when 100 Thieves start to make that run, you start to worry about a lead change. You start to worry about the rally. Gen G get the break. How long can they hold it, though? Because 2 have now fallen. Major Maniac didn't finish the kill for a second, but able to slide away and do just that. 100 Thieves trying desperately to contest, but they have not been able to do it. They're gonna have to focus now on the left side of the map, get set up for blue. Gen G up 35. Map by map. just trying to get this to a 5th and final one, to a search and destroy. 4 kills through for 100 Thieves. Slasher and Octane combined to take out basically everyone on Gen G, and that's exactly what you need in the early setup. Is look how far out it allows you to push. You've got 2 players all the way. An elevator allows no pressure towards the hard point. They're slaughtering Gen G right now and making the run. Down 10. What a performance here from 100 Thieves.
Yeah, Octane really hasn't had too many crazy maps this series, but already on another 5 spree. He's about to re-roll streaks. Does get taken down. We're about to have a lead change for 100 Thieves. I was gonna say, I think the one good thing for Gen G is because you had such an early lead, you're already starting to get around towards your second specialist. I thought they could have used it there, but they were just spawning so far away. They weren't able to use any of them. Havoc still top window. Will find Enable. Can he find the second kill? No, but stays alive. Now towards this pipe sill. Priestahh gets stunned up. Lightning strike called in from Octane, is able to connect with one. And now a second.
Yeah, but that bails out Slasher. I thought he was in a tough spot where he was gonna get pinched, but the streak, I think, kills both players on either side of him towards pipe, so he's able to stay up, keep Maddox in hand. Can't win his one-on-one though, as Envoy does it dirty. Kenny though, 2-piece for him, and once again another hard point. So you've had what, a solid hold at first, a nice setup at second. They lose control there with the break from Gen G, but lockdown blue. And now it's Kenny with an MVP-like performance, 7 in a row, 25 and 17, 100 off of streaks. Can he find the final kill to add one more tool to the kit? He does just that. Lightning now up, streak at 800 Thieves looking to bury Gen G here on their way to another championship.
Octane's gonna line him up with 2, and now you have a, yep, I was gonna say he's gonna use the Tempest. Can he hit one shot? The stun is there. Nope, the hipfire doesn't connect.
Big stun.
It's deja vu. Slasher uses the War Machine inside elevator, finds 3 kills. Kenny with another one. 9 in a row for him. Gonna use the Hellstorm. It's gonna slow the push down. Major Maniac, he's gonna use the Tempest, able to hit one shot, but the Purifier there from Enable. They were ready for it with the flak jacket. He's gonna try to hit one, that's gonna change. So Gen G do retain control.
Down 50 though, Joe. Down 50.
Damn.
Priestahh with the play, but it's Mock still trying to hold the back with a KN, but the wall bang from Octane, not enough of an opening. You still have 2 players deep, but you've got a lot spawning out towards Old on the blue side of this. This could be big for 100 Thieves. This could be massive. There's one more player in the back. It's Havoc.
Somehow he's still alive though. He's able to buy time. Just enough time. A huge...
What is that? I thought the break was certainly there for 100 Thieves, but Havoc, what a play, and that is the chance they need to rally the comeback now. Then it's Mox's KN that locates 3. I thought it was over there. What is that from Havoc?
Still down 30 points, but they're staying alive right now. Mox able to find 2. Now he's starting to heat back on up. I was going to say he slowed down after the hot start that he had, but now a chance to earn some streaks, but does get taken down by Priestahh. Major Maniac trying to stay alive. 20 seconds left on this hill. 100 Thieves still putting the pressure here. Havoc though really starting to heat up. Well, all of Gen G is as they find the kills. Priestahh just trying to get away with his life.
Oh, look at that. Look, they spawned 2 players from 100 Thieves in the back, though, so they've got the numbers on the other side. They've got a 3-on-2. And now a 3-on-1. It's Havoc once again at the bases, going big. Kenny's going to have to try and hide in the back, but he's been spotted now. He gets deep enough that he spawns one teammate with him, and he takes the gunfight. Slasher goes huge at mid-map, but as soon as they make the play, 3 are going to drop on the other end as well. Another play from Kenny as they retain spawns, but balcony wide open from Gen G. Into the hard point they go. 202, 201. A nail biter, Joe.
Everybody just making top tier.
Oh my God, Priestahh is popping the fuck off.
Is that the dagger that they need? Able to retain control. Finds the Maddox, able to snap, finds a 5th.
You can taste the championship now. 20 seconds needed. The crowd can feel it. At home, you can feel it.
Octane still has the Hellstorm as well. Pipe's about to pop. Envoy, he's going to get spotted. Havoc's going to get spotted. Bottom ladder, that's 2 dead. 100 Thieves, they're making their push. Their championship push right here.
What
Damn,
a cluster. It's actually going to connect on 2. Slasher drops some. 5 seconds needed. Can 100 Thieves do it? Nobody there for a GG, and that's back to back.
Bro, Priesta should be in me. Priesta or Kenny. Priesta popped off. Oh boy, nade shot.
And there you have it. 100 Thieves go back to back. 100 Thieves are your 2019 CWL Anaheim champs.
Congratulations, very, very well deserved. How does it feel to defend your title and become the back-to-back champions?
I mean, it feels amazing, especially the way we did it. We won a lot of S&Ds this weekend, showed that we're really versatile, and yeah, we're the best team in the game.
Any shout-outs you guys would like to give to fans?
Yeah, I got a couple. First off, shout out Oak Boys, shout out John Robinson, shout out all the fans out there that support us. And one other thing, I know there's roster mania coming up soon, and there's a lot of teams that need changes. They need a main AR if they want to compete with Octane, so they should probably pick up Lamar Beatty. Love y'all though.
Appreciate all the love and support. You guys are amazing.
Anything to add?
I got nothing to add, baby. Back to back. Yeah, basically what they said. Thank you for all the support, but people, my bad. Couldn't be here without y'all. Y'all are fucking amazing. I like that fan right there. Whoever had that sign right there, that was my mom. I think my mom.
All right, well, it is now time to announce the Astro Gaming MVP is Slasher. Once again, congratulations. Let's give a round of applause to your CWL Anaheim champions, 100 Thieves.
No one could stop 100 Thieves. They dropped 4 maps this whole entire weekend. That was it. They take it back to back, and they made it look so incredibly easy. And Nadeshot's finally here to celebrate with his team as they lift that trophy.
What an incredible performance out of these guys across the board. All 5 of them were incredible all tournament long, and you know, nobody can really take it to them at all. And every series seemed like it was comfortable. Even when the maps got a little bit close, they were smiling at that, knowing they were going to take the next one.
That's just a next level performance from every single player on that team. Slasher won MVP, you saw him, he said, I finally got one.
So
everyone, like multiple people on that team could win MVP. Octane, King.
All of them.
They all stepped up in huge moments. Priesta, congratulations to that entire organization and their fan base for sure.
And I think sorry, one sec. I think what separates Slasher for that MVP is he's their in-game leader. He's been a big part of their process, and you know he's never won MVP award as well. So shout out to him for going on.
Coming off of that London win, realizing their mistakes, their weaknesses, then going into Pro League, fixing their weaknesses in S&D, and they looked amazing in every single game mode. This team was a championship team.
And you can see it right here in this scuff play of the game, the winning moment.
Just the fact that they improved so drastically in Search and Destroy, that was what we always thought was going to be their downfall. They were the best hardpoint, best control team, best respawn team in general. The fact that their S&D is living up to their respawn, this team is looking like a dynasty in form.
And you had Kenny and Slasher going off on this map. Octane in the middle started to have his little patches of greatness, and then I want to give a shout out to Priesta as well for that map, because there was a couple moments where he was unkillable, had some absolute snaps onto their opponents, and you know, despite Havoc trying to have that triumphant finish, it wasn't enough.
Also want to give a shout out to Crowder. With this guy, they're 2 for 2. You got to be feeling good as a coach.
Jackson back there.
Phil Jackson, triangle defense. He's just doing it all for the team.
And now, can you guys talk to me? How hard is it for a team to go back-to-back.
I've never done that, so I don't know.
It's hard.
I got back-to-back
It's
seconds.
really it's difficult. Yeah,
I got back-to-back first.
I've gotten first, and then I got second right after. It's just so tough because there's the team that you're going up against has that fire to take you down. Everybody's gunning for you after you win a championship, so it's extremely
All right, guys,
tough
that was
to
a
go
pretty
back
good
to back.
finals.
And everybody knew what they weren't good at going into this, so they brought some new tricks.
Eat some dinner, watch some TV,
And again,
then,
Pac-Man, I think just
get
the
ready for work
story
tomorrow.
of this team, we can't
So I'll
stress
catch
it
y'all
enough.
tomorrow.
Watching
I'll be live
how
tomorrow
bad
probably.
they were to how
I got some
incredible
stuff I
they
need to do.
are now.
Get
They're
set up
still
for
there.
Void
Shout outs
Train.
to FaZe Clan for not
Start building on
qualifying
some stuff.
for Pro League.
But I'll catch you guys tomorrow.
They got gifted Priesta, changed the team immediately. Now look at where they are, just up there celebrating again. Look at.
Has he
He's so happy.
Wait,